I'm back in the Florida Keys, and today I'm gonna go out and see if I can collect everything I need to make dinner tonight, so come with me. The weather today has been pretty overcast, but I decided to go on a dive near this mangrove island to see if I could find some lobsters for dinner. The far side of this island has a little bit of a drop-off with some bigger rocks and some mangrove roots that overhang, so it makes the perfect spot for lobsters to hide. So it didn't take long before I came across the first one, was able to put my snare around its tail and pull it tightly closed. Lobsters in the state of Florida have to have a carapace, also known as the head shell, of 3 inches or longer to keep, so this one is perfect. I repeated the same process with the next 2 lobsters before I found the biggest lobster I've ever caught in my entire life. This thing was massive. To put it into perspective, this is one of the legal size lobsters we caught, which is actually a pretty good size. And then when you look at this guy, it makes him look like a baby. This thing is gigantic. Earlier from the garden, I collected some fresh rosemary, a handful of pigeon peas, some Cuban oregano, and some quail eggs. So now that we have all our ingredients, it's time to get to cooking. I started by splitting the lobsters in half and steaming them before removing the meat to create a stuffing that we put back into the lobster shells, and then I topped it with breadcrumbs to put back in the oven for just a couple seconds to get them nice and toasty. And while that cooked, I made some fried rice with our quail egg, pigeon peas, and our herbs from the garden. And just like that, dinner is served. First bite of my home-cooked lobster. Absolutely nailed it. I'm gonna dig in, but get outside and see what you can find.